What is up, guys? Brasher B5 here. Welcome back to another video, guys. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. So, in Mortal Kombat 11, there's a story mode, and then you have the Aftermath story mode. Basically, the Aftermath story mode was, after the events of Liu Kang defeating Kronika, right? So, be warned, there are spoilers and lots of them. But we're going to be talking about which story was canon and which one was not canon. Was it the Liu Kang story, or was it the Shang Tsung story? The Shang Tsung story is when Shang Tsung, what did he do again? Oh yeah, when Shang Tsung, technically he just took over all 4 realms, right? You know, something every villain would want to do, right? The Liu Kang story is Liu Kang resetting the era again, and taking the Great Kung Lao as his champion, right? I would say that the Liu Kang story is the closest that we should get to the actual timeline, like the actual real timeline. I think Shang Tsung is just like a what if, and Liu Kang is like a, well, yeah, that's gonna happen in the actual timeline. And the reason why I say Liu Kang's story is that's gonna happen in the actual timeline is because in Mortal Kombat there's always like a reboot. In Mortal Kombat 9 there was a reboot. In 11 there's a reboot. There's multiple reboots, and even in Mortal Kombat 11 they noticed it that Raiden and Liu Kang kept on fighting, Liu Kang kept on dying, and it just kept on rebooting because, well, Kronika, obviously. So I would say the way that Liu Kang rebooted his era, and yeah, like it wouldn't make sense for Shang Tsung story to go to the, you know, it wouldn't make sense for Shang Tsung story to mix with the plot and the timeline of Mortal Kombat, right? Liu Kang's story makes more sense because, well, he resetted the era, right? And he basically did what Raiden did to him, since he's Fire God. Liu Kang technically is a god. So basically, he went to the Great Kung Lao, not regular Kung Lao, but the Great Kung Lao, and he literally took him in as a champion, right? So he did what Raiden did to him. So he took him in as a champion for Mortal Kombat, right? So obviously, everything else is gonna happen, and instead of Kung Lao, it's gonna be the Great Kung Lao, right? And instead of Raiden, it's gonna be Fire God Liu Kang. So he's gonna make a new era where everything happens, but this time without Kronika or Shang Tsung. Most likely, there still are gonna be villains, obviously, and some people might ask, why didn't you guys just take the regular Kung Lao? Well, I've been thinking about it, and I have a pretty good explanation. So, basically, the reason why Liu Kang didn't take the regular Kung Lao is for 2 reasons, right? The first reason is because the Great Kung Lao was more humbler. The regular Kung Lao wasn't. The second reason was because, well, in every timeline you have one Kung Lao and one Liu Kang. You go to a timeline and you take a Kung Lao out and you leave Liu Kang alone. That timeline most likely it's gonna end up terribly, right? You know, one Liu Kang, one Kung Lao, right? It's like they come in a package, right? So that's my explanation on why they never took back the regular Liu Kang. Also because, well, the Great Liu Kang is, not the Great Liu Kang. That's the reason why they never took back the regular Kung Lao, because the Great Kung Lao is stronger, right? Like, even Gear said it himself. in the regular Mortal Kombat 11 timeline, when Kung Lao faced Gearus, he said, "I fought the Great Kung Lao, and he was stronger than you." That means the Great Kung Lao had some power within him, right? That the regular Kung Lao doesn't have. That's also why Liu Kang took the Great Kung Lao. But also, the reason why I'm saying Shang Tsung's story or doesn't really make much sense is because, I mean, how do I put it like this? It just doesn't make sense. Like, I kind of hate that ending. Alright, like that ending, I hate it. But I mean, it's like a weird ending, but also I guess you could say that ending was non-canon. Also because well, even said, I'm pretty sure he like met the other Titans, and you had Dark Raiden and you had Fujin as his like peasants. And I mean, jeez, didn't really make much sense to me. I mean, let me put it like this. I feel like in that circumstance, if Shang Tsung does take over the realms, well, which he did in that timeline, either way, you have multiple different timelines, right? So it's not just his timeline, right? You still have the Liu Kang timeline, where Liu Kang beat him, and he has a different timeline. So there's multiple different timelines, right? Obviously, when in the Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, he sent Liu Kang into the past. No, he sent Shang Tsung, Fujin, and who else? He sent Shang Tsung, Fujin, and Nightwolf into the past, right? So I would figure that Liu Kang would send I guess he'd put himself in the past just to take out or just to warn the others about about what's about to happen, just to warn the others about what's about to happen with Shang Tsung, right? Because if he did beat Shang Tsung, this would have never happened, and they could beat Kronika easily. But still, either way, I would say either way, in that timeline where Shang Tsung is almighty powerful, which every other Titan is, I mean, jeez, the only person he actually eliminated was Fire God Liu Kang. You still have everyone else that's there, right? And let me put it like this. It's not like he's Thanos, which in a snap of a finger, he could make everybody disappear. He still has to fight. Obviously, he can't rewind time. He can't do anything like that. So basically, he would technically have to fight, alright? The only thing he has is the power of the hourglass. And the only power that actually gives you is for you to control time. Not really control time, but more like rewrite time in a new era. So they could really just double team him. No, basically everybody that he left alive, they could literally just all fight him at once, and they would have a 25% chance of beating him. So yeah, that's basically what I think, guys. Alright, so I think Liu Kang is actually part of the timeline, and that's the actual ending. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Peace.